My name is Leonard Dilbert, and I write poetry mostly. But I'm a writer as an artist. I'm primarily a writer. I do a bit of photography as well, but mainly writing.
Well, and what motivated you to participate in
A show like this or this one. It has a lot to do with freedom, I suppose. The idea that sexuality is a huge part of the human makeup. None of us would be here if it were not for somebody having sex at some point. And associated with that sort of primal reproductive capacity, there's a whole lot of pleasure. And it's an entire huge part of the spectrum of human experience that we seem to be very reluctant to talk about. And it ends up being talked about and dealt with in ways that are often not particularly healthy, not conducive to making life a more joyful one, So
How ready do you think gay man is for these conversations?
we will find out. I think the only way to test the water, so to speak, is to jump in the water. And I believe there is a huge difference between possible discussion on sexuality now than it would have been, say, even before the recent debate on same-sex marriage and so on. It's an old conundrum, if you will. How far to go in being free and open about discussion about the most private things, and particularly in a very small society where people sort of are in each other's face in all sorts of different contexts. It's not an easy question, but it surely isn't going to be made any easier by not facing it, not actually having a discussion. So,
How do you think art, poetry can help guide the conversations now?
I think more than anything, what art does is get us off balance, but in a way that we come to treasure the experience of being made off balance, because when you write yourself being made somewhat different. You've changed somehow, I think, when you encounter art in a real authentic way. When something really gets you, whether it's a song that you really like, or you see a painting and you see the use of a color in a context that you would never have thought of, and all of a sudden something triggers and you go on a little journey. And when you return from that journey, you're not the same person that started.